Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sudden, excruciating pain shooting through your leg? That moment when your muscle feels like it's twisted into a knot so tight you can barely breathe? If you've experienced this torture, you're definitely not alone. Millions of people suffer from leg cramps, and what's worse is that most people are doing absolutely nothing to prevent them, even though the fixes are surprisingly simple. I'm going to share with you the exact strategies that have helped thousands of people eliminate leg cramps from their lives completely. We're talking about techniques that work whether you're an athlete, a senior citizen, or someone who just wants to sleep through the night without waking up in agony. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit to prevent these painful episodes before they even start. But first, let me tell you why this matters so much. Leg cramps aren't just inconvenient. They can seriously impact your quality of life, disrupting your sleep, affecting your exercise routine, and creating anxiety about when the next one might strike. The good news? Once you understand what causes them and implement these proven prevention strategies, you can take back control. Let's start with understanding what's actually happening when you get a leg cramp. Your muscle suddenly contracts involuntarily and refuses to relax. It's like your muscle is stuck in overdrive, contracting harder and harder until the pain becomes unbearable. This can happen in your calf, your thigh, or even your foot, and it can last anywhere from a few seconds to several agonizing minutes. Now, here's the first game-changing prevention strategy, and it's probably the most important one. Hydration isn't just about drinking water. It's about maintaining proper electrolyte balance in your body. When you're dehydrated or when your sodium, potassium, calcium, or magnesium levels are off, your muscles become hyperexcitable. Think of electrolytes as the communication system between your brain and your muscles. When this system breaks down, muscles start misfiring. The simple fix? Don't just chug water. Make sure you're getting adequate electrolytes, especially if you exercise regularly or live in a hot climate. Add a pinch of quality sea salt to your water. Eat potassium-rich foods like bananas and sweet potatoes, and consider a magnesium supplement before bed. Magnesium is particularly crucial because it helps muscles relax, and many people are deficient without even knowing it. Here's prevention strategy number 2, and this one might surprise you. Your sleeping position could be setting you up for nighttime cramps. When you sleep with your feet pointed downward for hours, you're essentially holding your calf muscles in a shortened position all night long. This makes them more prone to cramping when they try to contract. The fix is embarrassingly simple, but incredibly effective. Before you go to bed, make sure your sheets and blankets aren't pressing down on your feet, forcing them into that pointed position. You can also sleep with a pillow at the foot of your bed to keep your feet in a more neutral position. Some people even sleep with their feet hanging slightly off the end of the bed. Try it for a week and see if your nighttime cramps disappear. Prevention strategy number 3 focuses on muscle flexibility and blood flow. Tight muscles are cramping muscles. When your calf muscles, hamstrings, or quadriceps are chronically tight, they're like rubber bands stretched to their limit, ready to snap at any moment. Poor circulation makes this even worse by limiting the oxygen and nutrients your muscles need to function properly. The solution involves daily stretching, but not just any stretching. Focus on gentle, sustained stretches that target your calves, hamstrings, and hip flexors. Hold each stretch for at least 30 seconds and breathe deeply while you do it. The calf stretch is particularly important. Stand arm's length from a wall, place your palms against it, and step 1 foot back, keeping that heel firmly on the ground. You should feel a gentle stretch in your calf. Do this for both legs every single day, ideally before bed. But here's where most people go wrong with stretching. They only do it when they remember, maybe a few times a week. Consistency is absolutely critical. Your muscles need daily maintenance, just like brushing your teeth. Make it part of your bedtime routine, and within 2 weeks, you'll notice a dramatic difference in muscle tightness and cramp frequency. Now let's talk about prevention strategy number 4, which involves your activity levels and recovery. This might seem counterintuitive, but both too much and too little physical activity can trigger leg cramps. If you're sedentary most of the day and then suddenly engage in intense physical activity, your muscles aren't prepared for the demand. On the flip side, if you're constantly pushing your muscles without adequate recovery, they become fatigued and more prone to cramping. The balance here is crucial. If you're relatively inactive, start incorporating gentle movement throughout your day. Take short walks, do some light stretching, or try basic leg exercises. If you're very active, make sure you're allowing adequate recovery time between intense sessions. Your muscles need time to repair and replenish their energy stores. Here's a simple test to see if you're overdoing it. If you're getting cramps during or shortly after exercise, you're likely pushing too hard or not recovering properly. Scale back your intensity for a week and focus on proper hydration and nutrition. Your performance won't suffer in the long run, and your cramp frequency will likely plummet. Prevention strategy number 5 addresses something most people never consider: your medications and supplements. Certain medications, particularly diuretics used for blood pressure, can increase your risk of muscle cramps by affecting electrolyte balance. Some cholesterol medications and blood pressure medications can also contribute to muscle problems. I'm not suggesting you stop taking prescribed medications, but have a conversation with your doctor about whether your medications could be contributing to your cramps. Sometimes simple adjustments to timing or dosage can make a huge difference. Your doctor might also recommend specific supplements to counteract medication-related electrolyte imbalances. Let's move on to prevention strategy number 6, which focuses on your diet beyond just electrolytes. Certain foods and eating patterns can either promote or prevent muscle cramps. Excessive caffeine and alcohol consumption can contribute to dehydration and electrolyte imbalances. Processed foods high in sodium but low in other essential minerals can throw off your electrolyte balance. Instead, focus on whole foods rich in the minerals your muscles need. Dark leafy greens provide magnesium and calcium. Nuts and seeds offer magnesium and healthy fats that support muscle function. Fatty fish like salmon provides potassium and anti-inflammatory compounds that help with muscle recovery. Here's prevention strategy number 7, and it's about timing. Many people experience cramps at specific times, often during sleep or early morning. This isn't random. Your body's hydration levels, electrolyte balance, and muscle tension all fluctuate throughout the day. By paying attention to when your cramps typically occur, you can implement targeted prevention strategies. For nighttime cramps, focus on evening hydration without overdoing it, gentle stretching before bed, and proper sleep positioning. For exercise-related cramps, ensure you're properly hydrated before, during, and after activity, and that you're not exercising in extreme heat without adequate preparation. The final prevention strategy involves stress management. Chronic stress affects your entire body, including muscle tension and mineral absorption. High stress levels can deplete magnesium, increase muscle tension, and disrupt sleep quality, all of which contribute to cramping. Incorporate stress reduction techniques into your daily routine. This could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or simply ensuring you get adequate sleep. When your nervous system is calm, your muscles are less likely to go into spasm. Now, let me give you an action plan to implement these strategies starting today. First, assess your current hydration and make sure you're getting adequate electrolytes. Second, examine your sleeping position and make necessary adjustments. Third, commit to daily stretching, focusing on your calves and hamstrings. Fourth, evaluate your activity levels and ensure proper balance between exercise and recovery. Remember, preventing leg cramps isn't about implementing one magic solution. It's about creating a comprehensive approach that addresses all the potential contributing factors. Start with the strategies that resonate most with your situation and gradually incorporate the others. Most people see significant improvement within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent implementation. The key is consistency and patience. Your muscles have been operating under certain conditions for months or years, and it takes time to establish new patterns. But once you do, the freedom from painful leg cramps will be absolutely worth the effort. And now don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in the next video.